I'm Charlene from stampinwithcharlene.com, and tonight for our almost live Stampin' with Charlene, we are going to make this really fun tent fold card. It's a Halloween theme and it's really fun. It has this little clasp here that you open up and there's your card, and it fits inside a regular size envelope, just like this. So let's get started. For the whole month of September, I am concentrating on the Cutest Halloween bundle, the stamp set, and the punch. And tonight we are going to add in one other thing, which is going to be the star of the show, and that is the stitched triangles dies. There are different types of triangles, and then there's this cute little banner, and then some other additional geometric shapes that you can use. But for this adorable card, the star is, in addition to how adorable it is going to be the triangle dies. So let me just open it up for you and show you up close here. So it opens up and you can write on the inside. I decorated the inside. I used designer series paper, but you can just use plain white cardstock or leave it blank, but I like how it pops with the extra designer series paper in there. So let's get started. I'll show you the measurements and how easy it is to put this together. You're going to want your paper trimmer with the scoring blade, and then you need 3 pieces of cardstock. And I am using Flirty Flamingo, and the 3 pieces of cardstock are each cut 4 inches by 4 inches. And what you're going to do with all of them is, if you have a diagonal scoring plate, you can use that, but I am just going to line up on the diagonal. I'm going to line up both points here in the little groove of my paper trimmer, and with the scoring blade, I am going to score it in half this way. Okay, so you want to do that with all 3. And it's easy to use your paper trimmer for this. Just make sure that you double and triple check that the points are in the groove, so you get the score line straight down the center. And then that way your card won't be crooked. So we have all 3, and I'm just going to fold them back and forth like that. And now grab your adhesive and we will put the pieces together. The easiest way to remember how to put it together is take one of your pieces and put it in the center of your work surface with the line going up and down, so it's, you know, flipped over. The square is flipped over like that into a diamond. And then what we're going to do is adhere this piece under here like this, and this piece under here like that. So you're going to slide those 2 under there. Now you want to make sure that you get the adhesive here along the inside so that when you open up the card, it doesn't flop open. So just make sure you put enough of adhesive right down there. But you don't want to go over, so don't put it down here because then you're going to have too much adhesive. So what I'm going to do is I'll put adhesive all the way up there and then just down here a little bit and like that. And then I'll bring in the center piece and I'm going to line up that line with the score line. So the edge, I'm lining up with the score line on this bottom piece. Okay, and I'm going to fold that over. Make sure it folds all different ways, and I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I want this side right here to have all the adhesive so that it, nope, I want this side right here to have all the adhesive so that it sticks. So let's fold it that way, put adhesive all the way down there. And then I will put some over here like that. And I'm going to do the same thing, just line it up and press it down. And look at that. We've already made the tent fold card. And now we just have to decorate it. Look at that, see? I told you it was easy. So now let's decorate it. Make sure they all stick down though, okay? There's going to be one side that stays open, but the other ones you want to make sure they really stick. Now to decorate the triangles, I use the Cute Halloween 6x6 designer series paper. This is on page 51 of the mini catalog. And for the triangle, the stitched triangle dies, I used the biggest one, this biggest one. And what I did was I chose my designs, and you're gonna need 4. If you want, it depends on how you want to decorate it. I wanted the outside of mine to all be the same, so I used this and I made 4 triangles. And if you look at them, they come out with the little stitching on there. It's so cute. And then on the inside, I wanted to change it up a bit, so I did 2 and 2. So it all depends on what you want your card to look like. So you're going to use the biggest triangle from that set, and then you're going to come over here and you're going to use the smallest one from this set, perpendicular triangles. And I made 2 little matching ones for the outside and 2 little matching ones for the inside. So you want to go ahead and cut all of those out. Now it's up to you to determine what you want the inside and the outside to be. It doesn't matter. It folds either way the same. So I am going to I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to make this the outside, but it doesn't matter. You can do it any way you want to. And I am going to grab some of my liquid glue, and then I'm just going to adhere each one of my triangles, and you'll see that there's a nice border around each one, a little border of cardstock around each one. So let's just glue all those down and make sure that you have the same border on each side so it looks nice and even. And with this designer series paper, you could just leave the inside blank, and this doesn't even have to be a Halloween theme card. You can make it birthday, whatever you want to do. Okay, and now you'll see that I made these 2 little tiny triangles for the bottom part because I think it looked kind of funky, blank, and this was the triangle that fit the best. And I think it looks kind of cute that it's small and there's a big border down there. So we'll just put a teeny bit of glue on there, and here comes my cat. Hello, baby. Okay, get out of the way. And one down there. And then we're going to flip it over and put the other triangles on the inside. So I'm going to put the lines here on this inside part. And do the same thing. And then put the little ghosts here on the outside. And then I'm going to take these 2 little ones, and I'm going to do the same thing here on the inside. I'll put the tiny triangles down there. Just like that. So now we have, the card is put together and we did the main decoration. So now what we need to do is put a little clasp here to hold it closed. Now you can use a little magnet if you want to, like a sticky back magnet. I didn't have any. I had sticky back Velcro, and I think this was too big. So what I did was I just adhered them together, and then I cut a triangle. Seems like triangles are the theme tonight. And what I'm going to do is take the back off of this, and then I'm going to stick this right here in the corner right there. And then I'll stick it together. And that's how the card stays together. So what I did to kind of give an indication to the recipient of how to open the card is I tied a bow with this coordinating gingham ribbon. And then I attached the bow right there using some mini glue dots. And that hopefully will kind of lead the person into figuring out where in the world they open this fun card. They might not even want to open it. They might say, oh, that's so cool, and just leave it like it is. So I'm just going to stick that right on there like that. And then we'll move on to the fun part of finishing up the decorations. I used up all of my big sheets of designer series paper, but I want to see if you take a look and you have this paper, there is a sheet here. It's kind of gray in the background, and then it has pumpkins on it, and it has little cat faces. It has these pumpkins and these cat faces on it. So what you want to do is grab that sheet of designer series paper, and the punch actually fits the little pumpkin here and the cat fit right over those images, and you can punch out the images. So that's what I did. I didn't stamp these. I punched them out with the cat and the pumpkin. And then I attached each one of the cats to a side of the little tent with a dimensional. And I put it like kind of towards the top, like that. Whoops. So I did that on each side. And see here how even though that's a smaller triangle, it doesn't really matter. It kind of looks cute like that. And then finally, the other cat right there. Now you can just leave it like that, or on my sample here, of course, I went ahead and I added googly eyes, and then I added a bunch of the cute star adhesive back sequins. If you can see them on there. In person, it really catches your eye. And here underneath the bow, you'll see there's a little triangle there that I added to the edge. And there's another one in here. So here comes the cat again. What I did was I used this perpendicular triangle. So this is the this is the third, the second biggest or the third smallest, however you want to look at it. And I made a bunch of these out of Highland Heather. And then I just attached them. So for the Hey Boo, let's see how I did that. Okay, I just attached it here. I lined it up there and attached it. You can just glue it down there. And then I put the Hey Boo on top of it so that it pops out. Not pops out, but it stands out. And then on the inside, this is the second largest or third smallest, however you want to look at it, triangle. I did that on Whisper White and put that in there so you can write on it. And then I did Trick or Treat right here. So I guess I didn't use the pumpkins, but I wanted to show you that the punch fits the pumpkins too. So I know this seems like it was a pretty short video because that's how easy it is to make this tent fold card. Hey, kitty. Okay, say it with me now, all together. 1, 2, 3. So fun and so easy. You can make any kind of design with this. Just imagine using some Christmas themed paper and putting a star at the top and you have a little Christmas tree. You can also make a bunch of those and put them on your holiday table. Great decoration idea. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. All of these supplies are listed below.